had to set a trap to prove my sister was obsessed with me. It all started with small, weird things. She'd bury her head under my skirt or challenge me to climb an old treehouse. When I finally did, I realized she could see up my skirt as I climbed. I screamed at her to stop looking, but she acted like I was the weird one for even thinking that. It was so bizarre that I just let it go and never mentioned it again. A few months later, I caught her going through photos on my phone. Of course, a huge fight broke out, and my parents got involved. She claimed she was trying to delete an ugly photo of herself, and somehow, my parents decided we were both in the wrong. I didn't have anything scandalous on my phone, but it felt so invasive for her to be looking through it. Fast forward 2 years, and we were moving to a new house. My sister and I found out we'd be sharing a bathroom. She acted annoyed, but I could see the smirk on her face. She never knocked when I was in the shower. She'd just check if the door was locked. One day I forgot to lock it, and she barged in. Thankfully, I was still dressed. But when I told my parents, their solution wasn't to tell her to knock. It was to make me use the guest bathroom downstairs. Just when I thought it couldn't get worse, it did. After a family barbecue, I noticed the pants I changed out of earlier were no longer in the laundry basket. The next morning, I realized the underwear I'd been wearing with those pants was missing. I wanted to scream and confront her, but I knew she'd just manipulate the situation and make me look crazy. So, I stayed quiet. A few days later, more of my underwear went missing, this time from my dresser. Again, I didn't say a word. Instead, I started planning. I needed proof to show my parents, so I decided to set a trap. The perfect opportunity came when my parents went out of town for a wedding. I pretended to use the bathroom, wearing only the bottom of my bikini, and waited for her to barge in like she always did. Sure enough, she did, but her reaction wasn't what I expected. She froze, staring at me like a wolf eyeing its prey, defensive but also scared. This time, I didn't scream or move away. I just looked her in the eyes, smiled, and asked, "Do you like what you see?" She was startled, but finally admitted, "Of course. I've always hoped for this." At that moment, I knew my plan had worked.